All right, folks, so coming up this weekend is Super Episode 124, and we've been talking a lot about Vegeta the past couple weeks because Super really has put the spotlight on Vegeta, but now with Episode 124, the spotlight's going to shift over to it being about Gohan and Frieza, and Episode 124 is called The Fiercely Overwhelming Assault, Gohan's Last Stand, and I've already done a full preview on the channel this past weekend, but I wanted to discuss with a guest who I'm going to introduce in just a moment, and with you guys, what is the likelihood and what is the chance of Gohan actually being eliminated, and is he going to be the one eliminated? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if you watch that next episode preview, there's absolutely nothing in it featuring 17. So I got to sitting here and I got to wondering, okay, that may not mean anything because it's only a 30-second teaser. It doesn't give you all the information, but I was thinking, does that mean that 17 could be the next one out? So, the discussion topic on this video is, who is next to get eliminated? Is it Gohan or is it number 17? And I want to, of course, tell you guys to vote in the upper right-hand corner. Who do you think is going to get thrown out after you watch our discussion? And I would like you to comment down below why and how you think it'll happen. So, let me introduce my guest at this time. He was on the channel just a few weeks ago discussing the final 6, and now we're talking about who's next. I guess it's the final 5. Is it going to be Gohan or 17? Please welcome Detective Q.
Alrighty, guys, it is Quaman here today.
So you make me call you Detective Q, but then you introduce yourself as Quaman.
Hey man,
that's a plot hole.
I'm still Quaman, but the channel is Detective Q, but it doesn't, anyone works.
Well, now that you've been playing Duel Links, I want to see QAA12 come back, bro.
Good old days.
That's the fakest laugh I ever heard, bro. Another one right after. Whatever. Let's talk about freaking Gohan. So, okay, all right. So you were on this channel, and we did a video where we thought who was going to get thrown out next, and we were right about 18. She was eliminated. And then I think right afterward, we both agreed that it was going to be 17. But now they're kind of giving us clues. Now, I want to clarify for the audience. The episode is called Gohan's Last Stand, but that does not mean that it's actually Gohan getting tossed out. It's just a name, The Last Stand, like X-Men, The Last Stand. That wasn't the last X-Men movie,
right?
Even though I'm sure some people thought it would be. Really, Herms on Twitter explained that the whole Last Stand thing comes from the Battle of Ginseng in Japan, which I'm not going to get into the whole history of that because that's a whole other video. But what do you think is going on with Gohan next? And do you think 17 or Gohan, who do you think is out next? Because let's be real, Quinn. It's not going to be Frieza, it's not going to be Vegeta, and it's not going to be Goku. I really think those are going to be the last 3. Even though at one time I thought that maybe Gohan would be in the last 3, but I'm not so sure anymore. What do you think?
Well, it's really funny that we're doing this topic, Ethan, because I think this video is very time sensitive, because if you were to ask me this about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would have said that Vegeta was going to be the next one to lose based off of what the 122 preview was showing and the spoilers and all that. I thought that it was going to be Goku, Gohan, and Frieza as the final 3, if you remember from our video, because I felt that for 2 reasons. 17 already helped defeat Annie Raza, the same way that 18 obviously helped defeat Ribrianne, so I feel like Super has exhausted the ultimate value in making 17 and 18 useful. I think they've already done their use, so they're expendable now. And then I said that Vegeta has to job. I'm going to get a lot of hate from Vegeta fans, even though I'm a Vegeta fan myself, but Vegeta has to job to make Goku look like he's stronger, so I felt...
He's done it in Z so many times.
Exactly.
That's not like, you're not just making that up.
Right, I mean, it's happened in Super. Look at Hit. They always have to make Vegeta lose to the guy that Goku can put up a better fight against. So I was thinking that it was going to be 17, then Vegeta, and then it's a toss-up between Gohan, Frieza, and Goku. But now that's looking like it's not going to happen right away, considering the fact that Vegeta has a new pseudo-transformation. So this is definitely some really interesting stuff. So I would definitely have to say I think 17 is losing next, then probably Gohan, based off of the fact that he has to have his final hoorah to make his dad proud.
So is it going to be one of those things where we see in the next episode preview that Frieza's fighting Dyspo, and then Gohan hops in, and it becomes Gohan and Frieza against Dyspo. But with the previous episode, it was Gohan and 17 against Toppo. So it's going to be one of those things where maybe Gohan's going to leave 17 to go help out Frieza. And unfortunately, what could end up happening is that could end up leading to Toppo getting eliminating 17. It's sort of like, and this is going to be a very obscure reference, in the movie Top Gun, bro, when they say never ever leave your wingman. If Gohan's going to leave 17 alone with Toppo, that could end up being a problem. So, I mean, what is the likelihood of that being the reason, I guess, or the scenario that plays out to where that's how 17 gets tossed?
I mean, theoretically, we would have to say in terms of power scaling, if 17 were to fight one-on-one with Toppo, you would have to assume that Toppo would probably give him a big problem. And considering the fact that both Gohan and 17 were both struggling against Toppo together, that you could only imagine how 17 would do by himself. So I definitely think that could lead to it. But the weird thing is, though, is that it's so bizarre that we've gotten to the point in Dragon Ball where we're saying to ourselves that Gohan would go to help Frieza against Dyspo. Like, to think that Gohan is now an ally to Frieza, it's just such a funny thing that we still have to get over. So that could definitely ultimately be it, considering 17 is probably and arguably the weakest character now, side by Gohan.
Yeah, no, I totally see that. And when you say weakest, it's not like you're saying it like he's not strong. It's just, like you said, with Vegeta getting this new power-up, Goku still got the Ultra Instinct card in his back pocket, and we aren't really sure if we've seen true Golden Frieza. We've seen him use Golden Frieza, but they haven't really distinctly explained the difference, even though it's probably the same thing, but with more power. It could even be that Vegeta's form is true Super Saiyan Blue, like what Frieza did, but that's a different topic.
Yeah.
The question is this: do you feel if Gohan does get eliminated? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like it's a disappointment for Gohan fans? And the reason why I'm asking this question is because I feel like this tournament could have been a big step up for Gohan, and I feel like there were many missed opportunities to really see him do great, and I feel like there were many missed moments that I thought the series could have really done a lot of good stuff with Gohan that they sort of teased a little bit, but they never really pulled the trigger on. I just feel like if Gohan is going out, dude, I feel like it has to be something truly epic. Maybe something self-sacrificial, or not dying, but like what Tien did. I don't really know. What do you think? Do you think it's going to piss off Gohan fans this soon?
Well, okay. Well, it's very funny you said, Geekdom. I did a live stream about this weeks ago, and I talked about, do Gohan fans want more out of the Tournament of Power? And the thing is, as a Gohan fanboy myself, like, I honestly think that just having him back in the Tournament of Power was great, and I think that in terms of being in character to Gohan, I definitely think that he has to go out in a way where I feel it would be sacrificial. Because if you go back to the Zen exhibition match, right, there was that scene where he was fighting against Lavenda, and like he kind of like knocked himself out with him for that double knockout, and that kind of shows me Gohan's personality and character. And I think that when you look at the fact that Dyspo, Toppo, and Jiren are all left, I think the only way Gohan could take down an uber tier character like that would be if he were to somehow sacrifice himself or to go all out, and that would ultimately, lead to his demise. So I definitely think that Gohan fans should not be upset. I think he's had a lot of great moments, and at the end of the day, man, I mean, let's face it, he has had some good moments with Obuni, with defeating Universe 2 and Universe 7 with Goku, and honestly, I think that if you were to just overskill Gohan's power the same way you did when he was a kid, that might also piss off a lot of Dragon Ball purists, I should say.
Yeah, or Gohan fans, I think, or Gohan, I was going to say fanboys, yeah. But as we know, Gohan has as many fangirls as he does fanboys, yeah. So he's a very neutral, he's a very neutral character, Gabby. But no, gender neutral, I mean, as far as his fans are, Gabby and Kagari. But no, I'm just giving shout-outs here, random shout-outs. Anyways, so let us know in the comments, folks, who you think is going out next, Gohan or 17. I think it is a toss-up because we don't see anything from 17 in the next episode preview at all. Like, there's nothing there. Yeah. Doesn't really mean anything, though, because they sometimes leave stuff out, and sometimes they don't tell you everything. There's nothing in the spoilers about it either, but the spoilers and the leaks aren't going to give away everything either. And they're not really leaks. They're magazine scans. Mm-hmm. Clickbait YouTubers use the word leaks. They're really not leaks. They're just magazine scans. Mm-hmm. That are public. There's no leaks going on here, when it comes to those things. Mm-hmm. But that being said, what do you think is going to happen? I'm asking everybody, let us know Gohan 17, who's next and why, and who does the elimination. Do you have any final thoughts to throw out there, Detective Q?
The last thing I'd like to add is that I think that if we were to look at the final possible last three characters of Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza, I think that would actually be a very interesting trio, considering the fact that, Frieza's had such a tumultuous relationship with both characters. And I do think that if you were to eliminate Gohan, it would make sense to be third or fourth out of the final characters remaining. So if he's not going to lose after 17, if that's what happens, then he would definitely probably lose after that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just feel like if Gohan goes out, I personally will be very underwhelmed, because there were so many great opportunities to have Gohan and Piccolo moments that I think the series totally dropped, in my opinion. Very much of disappointment, especially since it was built up even before the tournament happened, in those few episodes building up to it, how Gohan and Piccolo reestablished their training, relationship and whatnot. It just sucks that it's not really going anywhere, and him just going out now just seems like, if he has like an epic moment where he's like, this is for Piccolo, this is for my dad, like, all right, like I'd be okay with it. But him just going out like a punk, I don't know if I'm gonna like that, bro. We'll see. Maybe he's not gonna go out at all. We'll see.
I'd agree, man.
I picked him to win this thing, bro. I picked him to be the last guy in.
I mean, bro, like, it's all about the outros, bro. They put Goku and Gohan as the final two characters in the outro. That's supposed to be the final two. Now it's Goku and Vegeta. They're gonna be the final two. It's all about the outros. Make theories about the outros, bro.
Right? Yeah. Well, thank you, Quinn, Quaman, Detective Q, for being here, and everybody leave your comments, and we'll talk to y'all later.